92 years old President Paul Biya, who took Cameroon away from Cameroonians, suddenly posted this on social media today. He says, Cameroon is a precious legacy for each and every one of us. Let us remain worthy of our legacy of a united Cameroon, standing tall, proud and jealous of its freedom. This is DFA Talking Point. And if this is our first time on DFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel and share this video. We are talking about President Paul Biya, who has been in power for 42 years. And President Paul Biya run Cameroon for all these 42 years as if Cameroon is a private property belonging to him. And he decided to choose whosoever that will benefit from the nation, from the national cake, or from Cameroon. And then suddenly he came to realize that a Cameroon is a precious legacy, is a legacy that was given to Cameroonians by God. And then to him, it is a precious legacy that each and every Cameroon has to consider and take care of it. But he took away all our freedom, all our rights, and everything that God gave up in that nation, Cameroon. He has eaten everything together with the wicked set of people he selected. And suddenly, because election is around the corner, then he decided to be posting things on social media without reflecting that whether he himself have ever allowed Cameroonians to benefit from the legacy, from the things that was given to them by God. He says, let us remain worthy of our legacy. Worthy of our legacy. Meaning we have to behave toward our legacy. If you have taken everything from us, what should we have? Do any Cameroonians, is there any Cameroonian who is benefiting from the legacy you are talking about? From the precious legacy you are talking about? We talk about of a united Cameroon. That is the legacy he is referring to. United Cameroon. United Cameroon. And I am always very angry when President Paul Biya used the word united, peace, freedom, because these are the things that he stood against all these 43 years in power. President Paul Biya stood against unity in Cameroon. He divided Cameroonians against each other. And today, we are fighting ourselves, killing our own self, killing our own brothers and sisters, developing so much hatred toward one another because of President Paul Biya and his entire government. He talked about of a united Cameroon. If they want to ask question that who is dividing Cameroon is President Paul Biya. You took Cameroon and then you claim together with Amadou Ahidjo that it was a united Cameroon. Then you people struggle for all this year to assimilate some group of people over you openly on a international television. Say it. That people have been struggling to reintegrate. That word angered Southern Cameroonians so much. Meaning they were maybe abandoned people, or they were people who committed a crime, and then they were being detained somewhere in a transformation center, and then you decided that, okay, now they are qualified to be reintegrated into the society. But he was referring to assimilation. If you will not allow people to live freely, then how can you talk about unity? It's talk about standing tall, proud and jealous of its freedom. Where is Cameroon standing tall? In what? Football was the only thing taking Cameroon up. Now they are going back because of corruption that you planted. Reunification in 1961 was something that Cameroonians were proud of. And today, out of 400 political parties, at least 399 are talking about the federation. But one person stood against federation, and that is who? President Paul Biya. That is the will of the people, the desire of the people. Where is the freedom? Where journalists are in prison, jealous and proud of its freedom. Which kind of freedom is in Cameroon? The only kind of freedom I have seen in Cameroon is freedom to embezzle, freedom of corruption, freedom of tribalism, freedom of all kind of terrible things we can think of. Nepotism, oppression, repression, cheating, fraud, wickedness. That is the kind of freedom President Biya has planted in Cameroon. That is the freedom he is referring to in this message. There is no freedom in Cameroon because journalists are in prison, civil society leaders are in prison, millions of Cameroonians are on voluntary exile out of Cameroon. They cannot return back to Cameroon, not because they committed a crime, but because they stood against the government of President Biya. And he's talking about freedom. People do not have freedom to talk. You have freedom you can say anything, but after that, where will you end? If you don't have connection, you will end in prison, never to be taken to court. Mancho BBC is in prison. What is the crime of Mancho BBC? What was the crime of Mancho BBC? Because Mancho BBC came out and the video is on social media. It's saying that the route in Bamenda are terrible. The living condition of the people of Bamenda are terrible. And he was taken to prison, given 15 years to stay in prison for speaking. And you are talking about freedom in Cameroon. Where is the freedom? I'm asking President Biya because the person posting all these things on his behalf, he is indirectly exposing the things that President Biya failed to do in Cameroon. And he's now putting it before Cameroonians. That Cameroon is a precious legacy for each and every one of us. Let us remain worthy of our legacy of a united Cameroon, standing tall, proud and jealous of its freedom. Is Cameroon free? Can Cameroon be proud of freedom? Is it freedom of movement? In which, in the northern part of Cameroon, in southern Cameroon, in the central region, in littoral region, in all the 10 regions in Cameroon, nobody can move freely because they are afraid of kidnappers, they are afraid of the military in southern Cameroon, they are afraid of Ambazonia, they are afraid of Boko Haram, they are afraid of thieves, armed robbers, they are afraid of the notorious criminal you release from prison in order to have space for southern Cameroonians. Is there any freedom in Cameroon? Is it freedom of association where political party cannot gather? Which kind of freedom is President Biya talking about? Drop it at the comment section. Thank you very much.